Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, the PJ Lounge with Amy. Today I want to talk to you guys about private scans because there's so many people that I see in pregnancy groups and things that are very apprehensive about getting them, and of course I understand some of them ask for quite a bit of a price. So actually, before you spend your money when you get the NHS ones free, are they worth it? So at the NHS ones, the usual, you get a 12-week one and you get a 20-week one, and then I'm not past that stage yet, so I don't know the scans after that, but I know you have a few between 30 and 40 weeks, so my midwife has said. So waiting, when we found out at 5 weeks 4 days, sorry, waiting from then until the 12 weeks was hard. It was really, really hard. It was hard to wait to see our baby on the screen. It was hard to wait to find out whether everything was okay, especially when you can't feel baby move. You don't feel anything happening internally, apart from maybe you've got sickness and the symptoms and things, but actual baby, you don't feel at all between those weeks at all. So we did wait from the 5 weeks 4 days till the 12 weeks. We did wait for then. We went in at a 12-week scan. Was actually meant to be 12 weeks and 5 hold up a second, because I've got it on the back of these. So we were meant to be 12 weeks and 4 days, but we ended up being 13 weeks and 4 days. So baby was measuring longer than 12 weeks 4 days by a week. So we were obviously measured a bit later. I've got some crazy hair going on. Curly hair, guys, curly hair. So we waited, we went in if you guys have already been past your 12-week scan, awesome. If you aren't and you're a first-time mum, don't worry. I know, again, it's a massive anxiety trigger for most, but it shouldn't be. Unfortunately it is, but it shouldn't be, because it's a really, really, really good day. And actually, it was the best day of my life today. I absolutely loved it. It's one thing knowing that you're pregnant, it's another thing seeing baby on the screen, and it's awesome. Like I said, it's understandable because it's hard to not feel them. You don't really know what's going on. You might feel extra hungry, you might feel sick, you might be sick, you might be off from certain smells and foods, but it's not actually enough, because you want to see your baby, right? So I know that some people are before the 12 weeks and really want to look into having an extra one. Excuse the white fluff, that is my dog's tail. And they want to have an extra one, or one before or one early, just to make sure that everything's okay with baby, which is absolutely fine. You know, like, living with the anxiety is awful. So at the 12-week scan, what they aim to do is measure baby, get you an estimated due date, see if baby's okay, see if all the good things. If you've also asked for the Edwards, Downs and Patau's test, they'll do those there as well, part of those there. So you'll have a blood test, which is what I had. You had a blood test at the 12-week, and then you have little measurements taken on the back of their neck. So baby has to be, if it was like our baby will mess around. A baby will not be in those positions and will allow you to take about one measurement before you have to go and empty your bladder a bit and all that good stuff. So the 12-week scan's awesome. Absolutely loved it. Best day ever. But when we walked out of there, even though we were one less week down to them finding out the gender by the NHS, the 20-week scan, and by having another scan, it becomes one of those things where actually you want to see them again. And I think a lot of the time, if we could, we would like to see them every week. So it got to 16 weeks and we had our midwife appointment where they come to your home. So shortly after that, we, again, because we can't feel baby move, and I find that hard. When you can't feel the baby move, how do you know baby's okay? That's the thing, and it shouldn't be a thing, shouldn't be an anxiety at all, because it's such a miracle thing having a baby growing inside you, but it is, because it's normal, it's natural. You want to know your baby's okay. So then we had 16-week, 5 days, we went to go for this gender scan, which I will not be revealing in this video. Apologies, guys, but I will not be revealing the gender in this video. So myself and my partner Aaron do know the gender, have known the gender since 16 weeks 5 days, but no one else on the planet knows. And trust me, if you ever do that, please make sure that you are you have a body of steel, because trying to hide it from people is very hard. I will tell you that now. So, so we went and had the gender scan, and I was very, very, I don't know. When we pulled up, I looked on the outside and I was like, oh, because you're so used to this hospital environment of getting like scans done, appointments done, that you look at this normal building with a title and you're like, is this actually going to be a rip-off or not? So we only paid £60 for our gender scan. It was a lovely, lovely atmosphere inside. We had to sign a COVID form, which I think is the norm these days for anything, just to make sure that none of us have had any COVID symptoms. My partner didn't have to have a COVID test, which at the moment, through any appointments, Aaron's having to have a COVID test to come with me to any scans or appointments to the hospital. But he's not bothered about doing that because he has to do them for his job anyway. And again, like I say, it's quite the norm at the moment. So we had gone in, and everywhere was like a really, really lovely setting, really lovely sofas, really calm, really chill, teddy bears everywhere. It was just lovely, really, really welcoming. And I was so nervous because a little snippet is that I would have liked a boy, my partner would have liked a girl. So we were both on the, which one's it going to be? It was one of them really anxious times of who was going to be right. But we were both happy with either gender, whether it was a boy or whether it was a girl, we were both happy. So it was just one of them things that we both had a preference. As long as baby was healthy, that's all we said we cared about, really. So we went in to the scan room, and it was beautiful. It had LED lights everywhere. If I could have taken a picture, I should have, really. I know I should have, but I didn't. It had the usual medical bed that you lie on for your scan. And we got up on the, well, I say we, Aaron didn't. I did. I got up on the bed. The sonographer was next to me. And then baby was on the screen, and it was a massive screen as well. It was really cool. And the sonographer went through everything. So she went through the measurements with us. She went through the skull measurements with us. She did a measurement of the top of baby's head. She did a measurement of baby's heart. She did a measurement of the chambers of the heart. She checked the livers were working, the kidneys were working, the belly was working, whether baby had a full belly or not a full belly. And on screen, we see baby swallow the amniotic fluid. And it was the coolest thing ever. I know it's such a simple bodily function that we all do on a daily basis, hundreds of times. But seeing a baby that you've never had, can't hold at the moment, do that motion in your stomach just makes it more real. And like I say, the whole time you're not feeling baby move or kick or punch you or whatever, it's hard. It's hard to put two and two together that you're having a child, because because you peed on a stick and it told you. But actually, when you see them, it's just, it's so mind-blowing. It's awesome. So we had the scan done, and I had to relieve my bladder again, which baby has done twice now. So in the 12 weeks one, I had to relieve my bladder 3 times because baby weren't playing ball. And in this one, I had to relieve my bladder because baby weren't playing ball. Baby wouldn't move. Baby was face down, and baby was face down the whole time in the 12-week one. And then baby was face down again in this one. And then I had to cough, which looked awful on the screen, bless them, because I coughed and baby just did some somersault. And so that was really, really cool. Then they showed us the bones in the legs of baby. They showed us everything that was working. Everything looked normal, and it was just, as much as it was the reassuring awesomeness that baby was okay, it was just completely mind-blowing that all these different things and aspects that they show you baby's face, that you even get a glimpse. Our one, I don't know if they do it all of them, because I know you can go back for a 4D, but they did give us a little glimpse of baby in 4D, which was weird, very weird, because baby doesn't look, they do warn you, I'm not gonna lie. Al's warned us and said that baby probably won't look that much flatter in the 4D scan, which baby didn't, but baby's awesome anyway, and everything was working fine, and it just gives you that reassurance that actually everything's okay. And normally, I mean, the difference between my NHS one and the private one was in the NHS one, the sonographer's going around your belly, sonographer's finding everything out about baby, finding out what they need to do, taking the measurements of baby, getting some really cool pictures, and that was really cool. Like I say, best day of my life so far. But then at the private one, I found they went more into depth. You found every single little organ. They spoke you through everything they were looking for. They spoke you through whether things maybe looked a bit smaller than they should have, but it doesn't matter because they'll catch up, which is the thing with our baby. So our baby's legs looked smaller than they should have, but only like by a tad. And the sonographer said that the baby would catch up. But in all fairness, I'm really short and Aaron's really tall. So actually, if baby turns out short, it's not going to surprise me at all. But if baby turns out tall, it's again not going to surprise us. So baby's healthy, which was the main thing, and personal experience was insane. So good. I will show you guys. So this was, I actually don't know which way these go, because actually, as you can see, some look the right way up and some look the wrong way up, because baby decided that actually on the 12-week they were going to spend their time here, there and everywhere. So these were our 12-week scans. It looks like a little bean, bless them. And this one's possibly one of my favourite ones, not gonna lie. So these are what we got from the NHS. Absolutely awesome experience. Like I said, like I cannot knock the NHS whatsoever. Really cool experience. And then we went to Ultrasound Direct, and I've got to be careful which ones, because if you are going to a private scan to get gender, I mean, there's so many different scans you can have. You can have scans that are really early. So like you can have scans before the 12-week, you can have scans in between the 12 and 20, you can have scans in between the 20 and 30 something that you get again. There's quite a few that you can have. You can have them at any point. Like I say, they're just, some of them are more costly than others. So it's good to have a look around, see what you're doing, see what's going on. So these are just some, because I can't show all, because like I say, if you go for a private and you have a gender, some of them, ours did, put it across one of the pictures. So anytime we wanted to show people extra pictures, we couldn't, because some of them have the writing of whether a baby is a girl or a boy. So it's awesome, like I say, and it's cool because they give you all these different things. And that's another thing, actually. They show you heartbeat, and they also give you the chance to have it put in a teddy bear. The teddy bear we had was £10, which was awesome pricing, and we stuck with our theme of elephants. So we had a heartbeat put in the elephant, and it was really lovely. I should have actually brought it down, but it's upstairs. So yeah, that was really cool. And then we had seen the heart and all of its chambers, like I said before. So seeing that working, when you just see on the 12-week, you see like a little dot just sort of moving, and then on the 16 and 4 or 16 and 5, we see that there was more than a dot, and there was actually the little chambers working, and it was just such a lovely, beautiful experience to know that everything was okay. So we will be going back for another scan at the 28 weeks for the 4D, because our sonographer said that they're the better ones because you see more features on baby, whereas the one that we see wasn't really, I don't think I've got it in here, no, but it wasn't really that in depth, because obviously baby's still quite young in gestation really. And they do send you in this one, the Ultrasound Direct Baby Bond, they do send you pictures, a link, so that you can have every single picture, all the videos that were taken, all of those on your phone or your email. So actually it's not just the paper ones you get all of them sent to your phone. So that was really cool. So this was one of our 16-week ones. Baby is obviously a lot bigger than Little Bean. The baby started off as, excuse the curl, I think the heat's made them a bit funky. but baby is a bit more in depth. You can also see here baby's spine, which I thought was awesome, which you can see on the 12 week. You can see like bits of the spine. Really, really cool. That's another thing. Lungs. They showed us the lungs working, so that was really cool. And then the other picture that I've got is this one. Let's just cover that. So this one of baby, which was really, really cool. So personal experience, yes, I do believe you should go and have a private scan if you can. I think it was really, really cool. Really, really worth the money. Like I said, we only paid £60 for ours, which is quite cheap on the grand scale of a few others. I know that some others can actually cost hundreds. So obviously it's a personal choice of yours if you want to go and have a private scan or not. But I would think about it, would talk to your partner about it or your family about it and just see what they think. But at the same time, ultimately, the choice is yours. And personal experience was really, really lovely, really, really cool. And the fact that you get to go into more detail about the measurements, whether the baby's okay, the brain, all of that good stuff. Like, it's really, really cool to see your baby developing. So the difference in seeing them here and seeing them, which was quite a funny picture actually, this one, because they're just completely on their face. I don't even know why baby does that. Definitely recommend. So yeah, that's what I wanted to make this video about, because I know that a lot of people are unsure about private scans, and I wanted to share my personal positive experience with a private scan. But again, I am not going to reveal any private scan gender at all until after the 11th of August, because that's when our gender reveal is, and then that's when you guys will know after then, because we've obviously got friends and family that needs to know first, and I will be posting that a video of the gender here afterwards, and then I can show you clothes things that we've got, and so excited. So thank you so much for jumping on. If you like this video, please make sure you subscribe and like this video. It helps us out a lot, and it will help us to grow our channel as well, and I'll know which content you guys like. So I hope you found this video helpful, and I shall speak to you guys soon.